30 years of showing up before sunrise, fixing problems nobody else could solve, and keeping a company's entire digital world running. I wasn't just an employee at HarborTech Solutions. I was the guy who built the backbone. Every server rack, every database structure, every backup system that kept their business alive. I designed it. And yet, one quiet Tuesday morning, HR called me into a meeting room and erased me like I had never existed. Not because I did something wrong, because my pension was about to vest. The woman from HR slid a paper across the table and avoided eye contact while she spoke. Due to restructuring, your position is being eliminated effective immediately. I stared at the date on the letter. 3 weeks. 3 weeks before my 30-year pension would have fully vested in January 2026. 3 decades of loyalty, gone to save them money. I looked across the table at the young executive sitting beside her, a man I had personally trained when he joined the company 8 years earlier. He didn't look ashamed. He looked relieved. "We appreciate your contributions," he said. That was it. 30 years reduced to a handshake and a cardboard box. The drive home that afternoon felt unreal. You spend your whole career believing hard work means something. You believe loyalty counts. But as I sat in my car outside my house, the truth settled in. To them, I wasn't a person. I was a liability, a pension payment they didn't want to make. That night, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was angry, because I was thinking. You see, HarborTech had made one enormous mistake. For 30 years, they trusted me completely, and when you trust someone completely, you give them keys. Lots of keys. Not the illegal kind, the architectural kind. I didn't own their systems anymore, but I understood them better than anyone alive. Every server cluster, every backup failover, every undocumented shortcut created over 3 decades of emergencies. And one realization slowly started to form in my mind. HarborTech had just fired the only person who knew how everything actually worked. 3 weeks passed. During those 3 weeks, something interesting started happening. Little issues appeared inside the company. Nothing malicious, just things no one else knew how to fix. A database query slowing to a crawl. A backup process suddenly failing because nobody understood the legacy scripts. A billing system that required a configuration file no one could locate. None of it was sabotage. It was simply the natural result of removing the one person who built the system. And every time something broke, they called me. At first, it was polite. "Hey Tom, quick question." Then it became urgent. "Tom, do you remember how the backup routing works?" Then desperate. "Tom, the payment server is down. We need your help." I always gave the same calm answer. I'd be happy to consult. At my new consulting rate, $400 an hour. Minimum 8 hours. Within 2 months, HarborTech had paid me more as a consultant than my entire previous annual salary, and the problems kept coming. Because systems built over 30 years aren't simple, they're living ecosystems. Every shortcut, every workaround, every emergency fix becomes part of the architecture, and only the architect truly understands it. Then came the moment I'll never forget. 6 months after firing me, the CEO himself called. The same CEO who had signed my termination paperwork. His voice sounded tired. "We've been reviewing the pension case," he said carefully, "and we believe your termination may have been handled." Translation: they knew exactly what they had done, and now they were paying the price. He cleared his throat. "We're prepared to offer a settlement. Not just the pension, back pay, consulting contract, and a public acknowledgement of my contributions." I didn't celebrate. I simply smiled quietly while listening, because revenge isn't always loud. Sometimes revenge is watching the people who betrayed you slowly realize how badly they underestimated you. HarborTech didn't lose their servers. They didn't lose their data. They lost something much worse: their arrogance. And in the end, they paid far more trying to replace me than they ever would have paid honoring my pension. 30 years of loyalty taught me a lot, but the most important lesson came after they fired me. Never burn the bridge when the engineer built the entire river.